she is.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you for being
Hello.
here. This is
I
so
am so
exciting.
excited to be here, Jackie. And that
Thank you.
Mawa Day sounds really fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's like the big event of the year. Everybody looks forward to it. It's pretty funny. Like, yeah. And they have
Sounds
fireworks at night. There's a band that plays. Yeah, it's awesome. So, looking
Yeah, it
forward
sounds
to
really
it.
fun.
Yeah.
I love those kind of like small town flavored things. I love those. I love it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing my kids march in the parade. It always kicks off with a parade, and my kids are in the marching band. So,
That's
yeah,
so sweet.
big
I
band
love
mom
it.
here. So, anyway, Kathy, thank you for joining me. This is so exciting.
Yes, I'm happy to
As
be
I
here.
mentioned, we have a lot of people from New Jersey and even New York too that are flocking to Florida.
A
Lucky
lot
for
of people
you.
flocking to Florida right now from everywhere.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. So that's true. But anyway, I wanted you to come on and fill us in. What's going on in Orlando, and just give us an overview of the area. What's the employment growth like? Because I think that's what people are concerned about. If people don't have that option to work remotely, they need to go find a new job, new career, whatever. Like, what's it like down in Florida, as far as jobs, and just the basic stuff, home prices, taxes. So we'll get started on that. So explain to me what do you cover? I know you cover Orlando. Is it just Orlando, or do you have other areas?
Well, Orlando, when I talk about Orlando on my YouTube channel, I always talk about it. It's like, look at Orlando like a clock. So Orlando is in Orange County. So let's just pretend this is the middle of the clock. And then all around it, there are all these great subdivisions. So to the north, like at 12 o'clock, there's Seminole County, and then there's Lake Mary and Altamont Springs and Lake Mary, Altamont Springs, and Longwood. That's the word I was trying to think. Longwood up in that area, and then if you go down to like 2 o'clock to going towards the east side of
Okay.
Orlando, that then you're still in Seminole County and you're in Winter Springs and Oviedo, and then if you keep going down the clock down to like 6 p.m. Then you're down in Lake Nona area, and that's an exploding area. Lake Nona is growing like crazy, and there's some suburbs to Lake Nona, like St. Cloud and Kissimmee. You probably heard of Kissimmee because of
Oh
Disney.
yeah.
And then if you keep going around to the west, so like you're looking at 7 o'clock, then or that would be 9 9 o'clock, 7 to 9 o'clock is Winter Garden and Windermere, which are very, very, those areas are exploding. The prices have gone crazy over there, and it's just a lot of new construction and great growth. There's a great area just west of that called Clearmont. So I cover a good area. It's probably about a 45-minute window of
Oh
area that I
wow.
cover. But I have a team. I have another great agent that helps me, and I have a client care manager and a transaction coordinator. So I have a lot of people to help make sure we keep everything rolling really well. But there's some great
Excellent.
areas to live here. Really great areas.
No, so I've asked you this before. How far are you from the beach? Because I think that's a lot of people get that in their mind too.
So I live in downtown Orlando, and the beach, the one that I go to is for the most part, is New Smyrna Beach, and that's about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, depending on where you're going. But another
Okay.
beach that I go to from Orlando a lot is Cocoa Beach, and that's also about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes. It's just going a different way to go to the beach. You take the beach line to go to Cocoa Beach, and you take I-4 to go to New Smyrna Beach. So
Okay, and you have a lot of traffic going out to the beaches, I'm sure, like especially coming up now in the winter months.
It doesn't really change. Orlando has traffic year round, so we don't. When we see extra traffic is during Bike Week and during the Daytona 500.
Oh yeah.
Because that affects I-4 traffic, and so we tend to get a little extra traffic when there's special events like that going on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
cool.
trafficy all the time around here. We got the traffic.
Well, yeah, because you got the people moving down there. There's, not enough roads, right? Too many people.
Well, they're expanding the main road that goes to Orlando. They're expanding it right now. It's a big project, the I-4 project, and it's going to be like a 20-year project. So
God.
it's interesting, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
Yep.
We'll make it through it, I guess, if we don't kill each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel your pain. We get the whole traffic thing going on up here too. It's just, I feel like
People
since,
tell me that when like they move here from other states, they don't think the traffic is that bad here from other areas. But I think
yeah,
it's I don't like
I'm
it.
sure it's an improvement, especially from here. Especially, for those of us who are going into the city and,
Yeah.
it's ever since, I feel like ever since the pandemic, like restrictions have been lifted, like there are more cars on the road. Just, I'm like, where'd you all come from? It takes a lot longer now to get places on the highways.
Honestly, it sounds terrible, and because as realtors in Florida, we were considered essential workers. So we did not, when we had the lockdown here, we were considered essential. So I was on the road every day, and it was like, I mean, I hate to say it, it was awesome because there was no traffic, and I could just get everywhere I needed to go super easy. And now that's over.
Yeah, I know. Same here. Same here. It takes
I'm
me
glad
like,
people are back to work, though. I'm super glad people are back to work
oh
and they're able
yeah,
to get going. Yeah.
yeah, I know. It's just we were spoiled for so long, right? And just now we're back to reality.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But
So,
as far as employment, Orlando has gotten a lot of new big employers in the last year. We've gotten Amazon opened a big distribution center, and so that really brought in a lot of opportunities. I think, and they were paying pretty decent wages too. They were paying higher than your normal wages. And then in the Lake Nona area, they have so much going on there. So Lake Nona is kind of the medical city area. And Lake Nona, if I can remember, it's kind of that south east part of Orlando, and it's a really
okay.
new area. It's very new. It's only been developed in the last 10 years. So all the houses are newer, the area's new, the buildings are new, the shopping's new, the restaurants are new. It's like really, it's awesome. And so it originally started out being like a medical city. So there's all these great hospitals, the VA hospital, Nemours Children's Hospital, and the UCF College of Medicine is there. And there's, so it's a lot of great medical facilities. Well, then a Veriport. Have you ever heard of a Veriport?
No.
This is an airport that has a special type of, don't call them a plane, but it's this type of flying thing that goes straight up. So it's not a helicopter, but it's like a plane that goes straight up and flies.
Really?
And they're supposed to be, it's like a commuter plane hub for this Veriport. That's coming. And then Disney is opening a new, they're moving a lot of their employees from California, a lot of that group from California to Orlando, to the Lake Nona area. They're building a huge facility there. At first, they're supposed to be bringing 2,000 employees from Disney in California. And then, but that's going to grow. That's going to grow because it's a huge facility that they're building there. So that area is going to keep exploding. And then Orlando just keeps attracting a lot of great employers, but those are kind of the newest and most exciting ones.
So a couple of questions. The whole Disney project, what is that all about? Why are they bringing all these people from California?
So what I've heard is that they, for the tax benefits, because California has such high taxes, and Disney is all about making money, as are most businesses. And so they can move here and have like a lot lower tax burden on their company. And I mean, the people that come here will be able to have a less expensive housing and lifestyle and everything. And, so it's, we'll see how it all works out for them, but I'm sure it'll work out great.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So I'm curious to see how that works out, how that continues to grow. But I can see the benefit. I can see why they want to do that.
Yes.
Wow. That's very cool. So that was my other question. That was my other question too, the tax benefits. I'm sure they got, these companies have a lot of tax benefits, and you answered the question for me. So
yes, a lot of tax benefits. And, Florida, it's definitely got a lot of potential even for more growth, for more employers. And so it's really just going to depend on, who we attract to the area. But there's a lot of huge, employers here already that were already in place. And those are just like the newest, latest, greatest.
Yep. That's very cool. That's cool. I'm sure. Oh my God. I can only imagine. So are you experiencing bidding wars down there as well?
Yeah, we still are, even though it has slowed down a bit. So I just won a contract tonight. Yay!
Oh, yay,
For my
congrats.
client. I know. And one of the reasons why we won, she said, because they had multiple offers on this property. And she said that we were the first people to see the property and the first people to put the offer in. And she said, I'm old fashioned. And I told my, my sellers that, I do like to weigh that. Also, I think, we were a very strong offer as well. But when you've got multiple offers, there can be a lot of reasons why they go with any reason at all. But that was exciting. However, like I have a listing that's going right now that I've gotten a lot of interest on, and I haven't gotten offers yet. So that's kind of surprising. It's only been on the market 6 days, so it's not like it's been on the market very long. But typically, right now, what we're seeing, especially, and it's a condo, so condos are a little trickier because you can't get FHA loan, financing on condos in Florida. You can only do cash or conventional on condos here.
Oh, okay.
So
Yep.
it makes it a few less options for people as buyers. So,
Okay.
so yeah, I mean, I feel like any home that is in good condition, single family home, in a good location, good condition, is going to sell and priced well. Of course, we know pricing is really important.
Pricing is key. Yes.
It's the key. It is one of the most important factors, and that's what if it's priced right, it's in a good location, in good condition, it's going to sell within a week, and it's going to have. It may not have, like in the summer we were having, people were having 15. 20 offers. I had 2 different listings that had over 20 offers over the summer. I mean, some of the other ones had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but there was 2 that had 24 offers. I was like, oh my gosh. So that has slowed down. There's still multiple, but there's not as many multiple.
Yeah.
Like you may get 3 or 4 offers at the same time, or 2. So I mean, that's better, but our inventory is not better.
Yeah, same. It's not that much better up here either. It's just, it was doing good for a little bit there, and then as I just reported before, there's not a heck of a lot that's on right now. So I guess everybody's feeling it.
And I did a little breakdown today, if I can share it with you. I don't,
Please, please do.
I did a little notes this morning because I thought this was very interesting. It was an article on the Florida Realtors website, and it said America is short 5.2 million homes in the nation. And it said since 2012, 12 million households have been formed, and only 7 million new single-family homes have been built. So that's a 5 million home shortfall in our country, which was really made me think. And then it also made me think about affordability, because we know affordability has just become really tricky right now. And so I looked at homes on the market in Orange County, which is the biggest county in the area and where I live. And we have 1,318 single family homes on the market in Orange County right now. And there's only 103, that's 12% of that number, that are between 250 and 320. 250,000 and 320,000, which is, entry, first time home buyer, typical price range, because, your mortgage is going to be $1,400. That's pretty much where, they need to be on that.
Right.
And then between 450 and 700,000, which is pretty much my sweet spot. That's where I sell most of my homes, is between 450 and 700. And that represents 358 homes, and that's 28%. So almost 30% of the homes are within that price range. And then between 325 and 449, which is just up from that entry-level price, there's about 30%. And then the rest are above that. So for entry-level people or people moving here, if they can be over 350, 350 to 450, they're going to have a lot more opportunity to find homes. Still not a ton. Yeah. But if you're below 300, it's going to be hard, and you're going to have some fixer-uppers. That's what you're looking at. And there's nothing new construction. The other problem that we're having here is that, yes, there's new construction, and yes, there's new homes going up, but they're like ridiculous. I mean, they're a home that last year, and I've got an example. I was just in the neighborhood. Last year I sold a home in this new construction neighborhood, brand new, and it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I don't remember the square foot. I want to say like 1,800 to 2,000 square feet. It was $390, and that same home now is $460 minimum.
Oh my God.
And most of them are a little more than that. And I was just taking a couple to look at some new construction homes a little further out, and this is out. This is in Clermont, Florida, I'm talking about. This isn't in Orange County. This is far out. And I took a couple days ago over, and most of the homes were in the 500s to 600s.
Are you serious?
And these were not the luxury homes. These were just like the basic 3 to 4 bedroom homes. Yeah, it's getting so expensive here for new construction.
Cow.
And so you can get existing homes for a more reasonable price, but new construction. And the reason why I think I was racking my brains about that, because I was like, why are they so high? But what they are is they're selling, the house and the lot, and you're getting your upgrades, and it's not going to be ready till next March or April, right? So they're pricing it out to where the homes are going to be in March or April. So you just, the builders are anticipating price increases. So I think we can also, it gives us confidence that the homes you buy now are still going to be increasing next year. Is that sound reasonable?
Let's hope, but
Yeah.
that's insane. Oh my God, for Florida too. Like, holy cow. But
So what I'm hearing is that also that maybe October, November, December, we might get a few more homes on the market because forbearance is ending for some. Some people may be putting their homes on the market, so that may give us a little more inventory. I don't ever want anybody to have to lose their house, but at least they would be making money on it, right?
Right.
They're not going to sell their home like back in 2008 when people had to sell their homes and they were losing money. They had to short sell them. So at least now they're able to put them on the market and, walk away with some equity. Walk away with, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100,000 maybe.
Wow.
It's a good opportunity for people to sell if they need to.
Yep. I think it's a good opportunity for anybody to sell at this point, take the money and run, if you can do it. So the price range is in your area. So you said average is like around a 350. You say 350 to 400.
They say the data says the average home is 300, but I think really more realistically it's 350.
It's 350. Okay, and that gets you what kind of a house?
A small house, probably about 1,500 to 1,800 square feet, maybe.
Okay.
And that's not going to necessarily be right. If that house in the Orlando area is going to be an older home that needs probably some updating.
Okay.
If you want that price range, you can go a little further out and get it like, Kissimmee, St. Cloud, maybe a little further out in some of those areas where you could get something, in that
Okay.
price range.
Yeah, it almost sounds like Jersey, like the lower price you go, the smaller the home and the work needs to be done, but that's entry level, right? That's like the entry level starter homes. Okay. So what are the taxes like down there?
So
This I can't wait to
property
hear.
Yeah. Well, we don't have any income tax in Florida.
Yep.
And a lot of people like that. But where they get us, of course, tourists pay a lot of taxes, so we get a lot of our tax base for the state from tourism. And we also pay closing, when you close on a house in Florida, you pay what they call dock stamps. And both sides, the listing side and the buying side, pay dock stamps. And that's a fee. That's a one-time fee, but it is a fee that people pay to close on a house. And so that's where we get some of our taxes. But annual taxes, property taxes on a house in Florida, if you look at like just about a $300,000 house, you're looking at anywhere from $1,600 to $3,000. So it really depends on how long you've owned the house, because we do have that Save Our Homes tax savings opportunity to where you're kind of locked into your tax rate, and you only get an increase in your taxes if it's voted in, and it's based on where you were. So you're not going to go from $1,600 to $3,000 in a year. You're just going to get that whatever that increase in taxes that was voted for.
Oh my God.
But other than that, we have Homestead Exemption, and if it's your primary residence, you get a discount on your property taxes. So
No
it's a
wonder
little bit
everybody's going
better.
to
I know
Florida.
that's definitely better than New Jersey, right?
It's a little better. I won't tell you what I pay on my house. Yeah, I mean, even like prices, the home prices in like the 300 to 400 range in some towns, you could be paying, 7, 8, 9,000 in your taxes here. I mean, it's outrageous, outrageous. But the argument is that New Jersey taxes, bulk of them go into the school systems, and that's why our schools are so great. But I don't know. I still think it's too expensive. But yeah,
Yes.
it's a
I
lot.
know
It's a lot.
It's a
But
lot. And our schools have gotten a lot better in the
yeah.
last, few years. Definitely a lot, leaps and bounds in the last few years. But we still have improvement to go in certain areas for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, the more people that move down there and, they're going to want to build them up and improve them even more, it's just, there's so many great things about Florida, financially, that makes it worthwhile to live there. So, um, all right, what else? So we talked about your taxes. So tell us about, are there any retirement communities in that area? Because we got a lot of people around my age that are looking. So, or a little older. I shouldn't say I'm that old, but
Yeah, right. You're not old, Jackie. Come on, girl.
I'm getting
So
there.
I think really Orlando, people don't necessarily think of Orlando for retiring typically, but there are 55 plus. As a matter of fact, the one I got under contract today is a 55 plus townhome community. Well, they're villas actually, and they're just right in the middle of Winter Park, and there's only like 30 or 40 of them, and they're just in this one section, and they're 55 plus. So you can find some 55 communities just within Orlando and certain condos and townhomes and things like that. But for a whole big community that's 55 plus, most of those are a little further out. So you can find quite a few of those in Clermont, Florida, which is about 30 minutes west of Orlando, and north of Orlando, just kind of more a little bit out, because they want a little more land usually, so they can build a nice development with golf courses and all that kind of thing. The biggest one that's the most famous in this area is called the Villages, and that is about an hour and 10 minutes from Orlando, and it's fabulous. It is a really nice community for golfing and just lifestyle and clubs and things to do, dancing, partying. They live it up down there for sure.
Yeah, so I know somebody that just moved down to the Villages recently, I would say in the last few months, and she's posting pictures all the time of the community and her driving a golf cart around, like, oh my God, it looks so nice there.
It is really nice.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily service that area, but I know good realtors there. So if you ever need, somebody for that area, I can, connect you. It's just a little bit beyond my area that I cover, but it's a great area. And then I would say the next more popular area for the 55 plus is going to be south, going towards Kissimmee.
Okay.
It's going to be another popular area within for 55s.
What are the association dues like in those communities? Are they expensive?
They're a little high. Yeah, they are a little high because they
I've heard
usually
that.
take care of the yard, and then they usually have a security gate, like a manned gate. Now the Villages doesn't. They have some gates, but they're manned. But most of the people just say hi. They're just waving. Hi. They just wave people through.
Hey.
I've never had them stop me or for any reason other than just hi. Say hi. They're just being friendly. Supposed to be the friendliest town on earth. So they usually are about 300 to 400 minimum a month because they do cover the yard care and guard gate. Which is not terrible because you figure you're going to pay, $100 a month maybe for yard care anyways, and they take care of it for you and the gate. So it's not too bad.
In that gate, you got the greeter at the gate. So that's about similar to what we got up here is what we pay in dues. But do they? I heard, don't they have like some of these places are super expensive because they have like an actual like recreation coordinator that's coordinating all of it's like Julie McCoy at these communities. You know what I mean? It's like I've heard they could be like upwards towards some places. I think Ray Fernandez and I had spoken about this, where he covers down in West Palm. Some of them could be upwards toward like $700 a month because of all the things that they do in the community. But, you know,
Yeah,
that's,
no, for sure. And
you
like
get
really
what you pay for.
depending on what, level of luxury it is, like if it's a really high end community, with some very high end luxury amenities that, yeah, they can definitely go.
Before we move forward, Kathy, I have two questions here.
Okay.
So my good friend Jen just asked a question, does Florida tax your pension? Do you know?
No, I mean, if it's income, so they don't, I mean, you have to pay, no, I don't think so. I don't know. That's a really good question. I'd have to refer you to my CPA, but I, I don't know.
All
I don't have a
right.
pension, so it's something I never thought about.
Okay. The other question she had, she's got to kill. Thanks, Jen. You put a lot of questions out here. What areas in Florida are the safest from hurricane season? That's a good question.
It is a good question, and it's a question I get a lot. We in Orlando, I would say, is one of the best areas because we are so far inland. So the way hurricanes work is that they feed off the water. So as soon as they hit
Yeah.
land, they slow down. So
Yep.
then they've got a good 100 miles to get into Orlando, and they slow down by then. We get tropical force winds and that sort of thing, and they can knock trees down. I mean, I'm not saying it's not dangerous, and we take precautions in Orlando. We always take lots of precautions. People sometimes they're not allowed to be out of their house, not on the
Yep.
road and that sort of thing, just because, and not because of the tornado or the winds itself from the hurricane, but because of trees falling down or poles falling down or something from the winds.
Yeah.
So, but like the likelihood of living in Orlando and your house getting swept away or your roof getting torn off is not really a thing. It's not that.
Oh, well, that's good to know. That's a little enticing because that's what would scare me. I mean, for me, like first of all, the weather, like I can't handle the humidity, but the second thing are the hurricanes. I mean, we get the hurricanes up here. And I mean, remember Superstorm Sandy? I mean, my God. And then the last storm we just got, that Hurricane Ida, holy cow, I can't believe how many people, we had so many people who died up here in Jersey and New York from all the flooding,
That was crazy. I
right?
couldn't believe that.
Oh my
Honestly.
God. I think we got worse than Florida did.
Yeah, you definitely did. I mean,
Yeah.
Florida really didn't get any. We really didn't get any winds or storm or anything.
It's like, I think New Jersey might become the new hurricane capital. I don't know. This is scaring me a little bit.
Yeah, it was.
So Jen has another question. She wanted to know, where do all the New Yorkers land, or where are you finding most of the New Yorkers? Are they coming to Orlando? Are you getting a lot of New Yorkers?
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me that the people on the northeast coast end up in Orlando or on the east coast of Florida. It's funny. And then the more central people, Chicago and the Midwest people end up on the west coast of Florida. It's just kind of a funny paradigm, but it happens.
Really? That's funny.
We get people from California and from Texas and the west coast that come to Orlando. But yeah.
Okay. Wow. So you're seeing a lot of people from coming outside of Florida that's buying down there right now.
Yes, a lot of people coming from, that I've got last year or this year so far, I've had, I think it was 2 people from New Jersey. And then I've gotten somebody from Rhode Island and somebody or families from Pennsylvania. I'm trying to think of all New York, a couple of New York people. I'm trying to just think East Coast right now of the states. For 2 or 3 from Virginia. I think Massachusetts. I have somebody from Massachusetts. So like a lot of East Coast people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
It's a good, third of my business from just that area, just that little pocket of area up there.
Sam, well, it's good for you. I know you're killing it this year. God, when I saw you in Savannah in March, what you done like 20 deals or 21 deals at that point or something
I'm up
like
to 50 now. No, 52.
50?
52
Oh my
now.
Damn. Oh my God, Kathy.
I know, I'm tired.
How do you sleep? How does one sleep with that many transactions? Good for you. Good for you.
It's really worked out well. I've got, like I said, I've got a great team. I've got a great support team, and my transaction coordinator, God bless her. As soon as it goes under contract, it's hers. She
Nice.
just takes care of everything from then on out. I mean, I do parts of it, the realtor parts of
Yeah.
it, but it's been really a blessing to have. And then my sales team member Deedle, she's phenomenal. She's amazing. And this
Oh,
is her first year in real estate, and she's done 6 transactions.
good for
Which
her. That's
for
great.
you people out there that don't know, being a first year real estate person, 6 transactions before the year's over is quite a bit for a first
Yeah.
first year
It
person.
is. It is. No,
My
that's
first
really
year,
good.
I think I did 3 my first year,
I did
and
too.
2. Okay, see,
I
it's very surprising, and last year I did 25, and this year I'm already over 50. So
good
I'm
God.
in my
That's
sixth
great.
year. I'm in my 6th year of business, so I've
Oh,
seen
so
it
am
go
I.
steadily. Get out of here! That's
Yes.
crazy. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. October will be 6 years for me. Is when I got my license. Look
Oh
at
my
look at
gosh!
that.
Look at you. That's so cool.
Well, look at you killing it. Oh my God.
I
Holy cow. Put me to
It's
shame.
amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I'm so grateful. And you know what the really cool thing about this whole YouTube channel, because Jackie and I both did the same training. We've had the both same training that from the same classes and everything on how to do YouTube, because we didn't just figure this out on our own.
Nope.
Um, but the people that come to me from my YouTube channel are so. I mean, I get great clients all the time, but my YouTube channel people are phenomenal. They're just the
Yep.
nicest people. They're like me. They're just like, it's amazing. We always have so much in common, and they're just the sweetest people. So I love it. I don't know about you.
I do. I love my YouTube clients. I have a couple I'm working with right now. I'm just, I feel like I've known them forever, because like
Yes.
you said, we're very similar, like similar personalities, and it's been an awesome thing. I love it. So before I forget, I have another question. Um, Jen's saying, I'm not a Disney person. Where would my vacation be as a Florida resident? So if she wanted to go travel somewhere within Florida.
Oh my gosh, Jen, there are so many really great beaches. If you're a beach person, if you're not a beach person, then I don't know, you might be in trouble.
Yeah, she
But
is.
there,
She's a beach
oh, good,
person.
good. Because I love just going and visiting because all the beach towns are different. They're all so unique and different. Like I've gone to I mean, all up and down all the coasts. I don't know that I'm sure that there's places that I've not been, but I just love, everywhere from, Fernandina Beach up, north of Jacksonville, all the way down to Delray Beach. Those are a couple of my favorites on the East Coast, and of course I go to New Smyrna all the time because it's just up the road from me. I was just there last Tuesday. I went for the day. My husband and I went,
Oh,
and
nice.
just to get away for a few hours. And then on the West Coast, I love Clearwater and St. Pete. Those are and they're a couple hours away. Just beautiful areas, and just south of there. Oh my gosh, Sanibel Island is unreal.
I
You feel
love,
like you're on an yeah, isn't it
I
beautiful?
love Sanibel. I love that. It's like the best place.
So
It's
there's a lot of
awesome.
fun things to do. And also, Jen, I'm a real outdoorsy person. So there's a lot of natural springs in Florida. And so I have visited a ton of natural springs here, and they're just beautiful. I paddleboard a lot, so I go paddleboarding, but usually they have nice hiking trails if you're not into paddleboarding, or you can rent a kayak or a canoe and go down. It's beautiful. Really beautiful.
Nice. I didn't know that. I didn't know there's like hiking there. Like I just, I just
I
always
know.
seen Florida's flat, just,
Well,
I don't
it's
know.
pretty flat hiking, so it's not like it's hilly necessarily, but it's very pretty
Right.
hiking.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds it. What, have you been to Destin? Because I hear Destin's really nice.
Yeah, Destin's up in the Panhandle, and
Yep.
it has that sugary white sand. I mean, it is very pretty up there. I
Yeah.
was what's the other town up there? There's a couple of beaches like Rosemary Beach and a couple of places up there. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've been up in that area, but it is very pretty. Because for me, from Orlando to go up to Destin, it's a 10-hour drive.
Oh my God, it's that far? Holy
Yeah, so I don't
cow.
I don't make it up there too often.
I don't blame you.
But it's a fun, beautiful area, and I just tend to go to things that are 1 to 2 to 3 hours away most.
Okay.
Like Naples is really pretty, and that's probably like a 3.5 hour drive from me. But it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Oh my
Naples is
gosh,
really pretty.
so pretty.
Yeah. Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah,
All
lots of
right.
fun things
Cool.
to do. Really, a lot of fun things to do around here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. You turned me on to this, Kathy. I might be moving down.
If you like to, and if you like to golf, I just took up golf, 2 or 3 years ago, and there's like a bazillion golf courses to go play on.
Oh yeah,
Just
see,
sort of
my
thing.
husband would love that, and Jen's husband would love that too. They're all about the golf, so I know that's
To
Florida's
be a
famous
golf
for their
widow,
golf
maybe.
courses.
But you can take it up. I'm in a golf group with a bunch of ladies, and nobody, I mean, there are some that are really good golfers, but most everybody's just out there to have fun, and not
Yeah.
worry about it. I know I'm not a good golfer, but
Oh,
I just have fun.
I can't play it at all, but that's me. Yeah. So,
Just got to
just
make contact. That's all. Just got to make contact.
make contact. Yeah, I can't even make contact with the ball. It's just not happening. So, no. So just a couple other questions. So what's the transportation like? I know, like, as far as like mass transit, you really don't have much down there, right? I know you have buses and things like that. Is that about it? I mean, so everybody basically travels by car?
Car, yeah, mostly people do, but we do have a local light rail system that goes through Orlando, and
Oh,
it was really only built in the last, I don't know, like 5 6 years ago, and it's called Sunrail. And it's great. It goes through like the middle of Orlando. So it's great for people in the medical community because it goes by all the hospitals. So if you work at a hospital, in downtown Orlando, but maybe you live up in DeLand or something, I think the light rail goes all the way to DeLand. It goes to Sanford for sure, which Sanford is north of Orlando. And so you can commute, take the light rail down. So that's been a really great thing that they've added. And then a high speed rail is what they're working on. It's called Bright Line, and it's going to be coming from the Orlando airport down to Miami. So it's going to be kind of more of a long distance rail, but high speed. So that's a new
wow.
thing that they're working on right now. And then of
That's
course we have
exciting.
bus, yeah, bus, Uber. Mostly people drive though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So, what do you find? What would you recommend is the best time to move to Orlando?
Right now.
Let's go. Okay, we're there.
So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Just do
Yeah.
it. Just take the leap. You don't know what's going to
Yeah.
happen, but it's going to be great. Now, this is actually a really good time because you're past that kind of hump of the summer where everybody's looking to buy, and it gets really competitive in those summer months. Like anything from, March through the first week of August is just insane. Really, really busy. And then after that first week of August, it dies down hard because the school starts, and then if you're not in your house, you're not going to get into the school you want anyway. So, you might as well wait or take your time. But
Okay.
Orlando, because of our weather and that, we really are a year-round real estate market. We only really, like I said, we only slow down like in August. We get that little slowdown right there when school starts. And then we get another slowdown around the holidays, around Christmas. To the first week of January. So probably December 15th through the 1st of January, it's a little slow, I would say. Not many people are listing or buying. And then in January, it picks back up and we are going. It's a pretty year-round market.
Right.
So I don't know. Whenever you want to move, come on.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it looks like now is the time. So,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So what's the first step for someone to like when they're considering moving to your area? What would you recommend to somebody if they're thinking, hey, I'm thinking Orlando, like what should they be doing first?
Well, I would look online a little bit and just get an idea of what house prices are. Of course, you can always reach out to a realtor. Jackie can refer you to somebody if it's not in the Orlando market.
Or just to
Jackie,
you?
If it's in the Orlando market, yes, definitely reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to you about it. And then, of course, I'm sure Jackie's talked about this. Get pre-qualified first with the lender. That's definitely always the first step, just to see what you qualify for and if there's options for you to keep your house in New Jersey or buy here or do some sort of bridge loan to buy here and still, then sell your house after you buy, because that part of it, as you know, is really tricky right now, the selling your house and then buying another, because people don't want to take contingent offers. They don't want to offer that it's contingent on the sale of another home.
So really quick, are you finding that the people who are moving there had did they sell their place already, back east or northeast, or are they're going to sell, like buy then sell? What are you finding?
Yeah, I'm telling the way it is that if you have a contingency, you're probably not going to get your home, your offer accepted.
Right.
So basically, you can either go towards new construction, and then you can just move down here and rent while your house is being built, because then you'll have your home, or stay in your home up there until your house is built down here, and then you can sell your house there, a month or so before this one, and you have the funds to close on this one. You do have to have down payment money though for that new construction. And if you're looking at existing, you have to work out something with a bridge loan, or some people, and I'm not promoting this or not promoting it, but some people, if you have a 401k where you could take the money out to buy the house, and then when you sell your house you can replenish your 401k with those funds. I'm not saying, but that's just an option, because people will not accept a contingent offer in this market.
I thought they don't do bridge loans anymore. I thought that was a thing in the past. Are you seeing bridge loans?
I'm not seeing them a lot, but it is an option, because it just is costly. It's because it's like closing on two loans, so it's costly.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's an option. But yeah, you're not going to get it. It's tough.
Yeah, I
so
know.
You either have to have cash.
Okay, yeah. Cash is king around here too. It just seems like that's what everybody's buying that has cash. Like, where the hell are they getting all this cash from? So, I don't get it. But anyway.
Well, one thing is, sometimes people, if they have a lot of equity in their house, they can do a cash out refi, and then just get the equity out of their house, and then they capture that low interest rate, and then they can, if they can afford it, they can keep, two properties, and rent the one back home, and
that's true.
So it's an option as well.
Okay.
You've got that equity.
Okay. So what else? So when they're considering to make a move, so what do you normally do when you're talking to potential buyers who are coming from out of state? I know we pre-qualify them like we always do, and how do you get them familiar? Like, say if they can't come down to the area, like how are you educating them on the area?
Well, I usually tell them to watch my YouTube channel. binge watch me, baby.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I do a lot of videos about neighborhoods and areas and like suburbs and all about it, so you can kind of get an idea of what it's like. I do virtual showings, so if somebody wants to.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. We can do virtual showings and write up the contract, without people seeing it. Then we do have an inspection period, so it's a right to inspect, right to cancel, and as long as it's a window of time that we can agree upon that's comfortable enough, but everybody wants a short inspection window too, right?
Yep.
But if you can get like a 5-6 day inspection window, and it gives the buyer time enough to fly down and see it, and then they can, make their final decision. However, I've had several people buy with orders.
Oh, hold on a second.
Is that the puppy?
Okay, sorry.
Oh, hey there.
This is Astro.
Hey, Astro. He's still
Say
cute.
hi. Say hi. Sorry about that. He heard a car and he has to start barking. Anyway, continue.
No problem. He's a cutie. No, what were we saying?
Sorry about the so when they do a home, so they'll be able to fly down for the home inspection, and
so they can come down and see it. However, I've definitely had people buy houses, didn't get here till after it closed, so they never saw the house until they walked in with the keys.
Oh
and
my God!
It worked out fine. I mean, it definitely worked out fine for them. They were happy.
Yep. Oh well, it's risky, but it can work out.
It's just it's a level of trust, and that's the one thing. It's like it's the level of trust that you have with who you're working with, and if they feel they can trust me enough to do that, then I trust me. It's just do they trust me enough?
Yeah,
But
but it's true. It's true. So before we move on, I do have a couple of other questions here. Oh, okay, this is nice. Non-traditional tech. Just wanted to say thanks, Jackie. Your channel helped me research a potential move to New Jersey. Oh, yay. Decided not to do that, but maybe in the future. Okay, but thank you for watching. That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Jen wanted to know, do you accept pre-quals from out of state? Pre-qualifications or pre-approvals from out of state?
Yeah, absolutely. I do, I do recommend that you have a local lender here in Florida, but if you would prefer to work with your lender out of state, that's fine as well too. No problem.
Do the lenders down there have like any special programs or any deals or anything? Because I was speaking with a lender an agent in South Florida. And they said they were offering, the lenders can offer some type of credit towards the sellers, I guess, to help your offer stand out if you're in a multiple offer situation. Have you heard anything like that where you are?
I have heard of lenders giving credits in that situation, but usually to the buyers. I haven't heard of a lender giving credit to the seller. So that's
this was someone I follow down in she's down in Miami. She sells she's involved in the Airbnb market, and she helps people buy properties to rent out as Airbnbs. So she said that they have a lender that does that, that's offering a credit to the seller. It's not a lot, but it's just like a little incentive to like, I don't even know how they can get away with that, but we'll shut up.
The biggest thing that I recommend is that people stay away from the big banks like Bank of America or Chase Bank. And the main reason is because as an agent and as agents kind of know this after a while, you just know that they don't return your calls after hours. They don't, on the weekends, it's hard to get a hold of them. And if things get tough and, timelines get tough, they just don't respond. And in those situations, you need someone who's really responsive. And if you're working with somebody that I know personally, that's one of my lenders, they're going to call us back, no matter what time of day or night it is. And they're going to give us information. Whereas a big bank like that, they don't care.
No, they don't care. They don't care. Absolutely. Like I have a couple of preferred lenders that I work with, and I refer them for my clients to them. It's like, look, you're going to get top-notch service. They're available. They're available on the weekends, late at night, whenever you need them. And then I'm always in touch with them too. So if whatever reason they don't hear back from the lender, they can, I'll talk to them and I'll get that information. So it's well worth it. The banks drive me nuts because of that. You can't get a hold of anybody. But some people want to use them. Some people are loyal clients to Wells Fargo and the Chase and the Bank of Americas of the world. And look, I get that, but sometimes you gotta break away if you want to get the deal done. You know what I mean?
Well, you just to get your offer accepted sometimes, because sometimes that can lose you the deal. They won't accept your offer.
Totally.
So it's important to be flexible a little bit on that.
Yep. So, all right, my dog's going crazy here.
I know, but this was so fun. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on your show.
This was so much fun. Oh my God, Kathy, thank you so much. This was so great. Yay. So I'm going to put your channel, the link to your channel on the description box. And once this is all done, it'll be out there on my channel so people can contact you. I'll also put your contact information there. So if anyone's interested in making a move to Orlando, they'll call you.
All right. Sounds good. I look forward to it. Thanks again. Thanks for having me, and we'll see you around.
Yes, I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Kathy, and thank you everybody for watching. I'll be back here again next week at 8 o'clock. Don't know what I'm talking about yet, but I'll come up with something. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. All right. Bye, Kathy. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.